Hi, I'm Paul Jackson. I've been working in cybersecurity for well over 20 years, initially in law enforcement in Hong Kong, but more recently I've also been working in cybersecurity and investigations for a large investment bank, and now I'm in consulting work based in the Asia-Pacific region. In corporate governance, it's very important that the leadership is playing a key role, and this takes two forms really. Corporate leadership and directors need to be directly involved in cybersecurity in two key ways. Firstly, they need to be walking the walk as well as talking the talk. They need to be actions speak louder than words, and they need to be directly involved in any cybersecurity program, setting examples. They should not be cutting corners. They should not be doing things in a quick way for efficiency. They should always have security in mind and setting a good example. And the second way that they need to be involved is just like any other part of the business, they need to treat cybersecurity as a component of the business. This means having frameworks in place, this means having correct leadership, correct middle management and correct staff to support this function. And it also means having metrics, being able to measure the security within an organization such that the risks are addressed and that actions taken are commensurate with the risk tolerance of the organization. Cybersecurity governance needs defined structure. It needs to have top to bottom definition of the roles that individuals play within a company. So the leaders are there to define the risk appetite, they're there to define the frameworks, they're there to define what needs to be measured and what needs to be reported. Then, of course, you have to have the working level folks. So the working level folks are critical, but they must be following the instructions they're given, and these must be communicated to them effectively. And the only way to do that, as I mentioned before, is to have a plan starting from the top. If those at the working level are comfortable that leaders are engaged, that they're explaining clearly to them their roles and responsibilities, and that they're given proper guidance, then you'll find that ultimately this leads to a very effective security platform. So the key takeaway from the chapter that I've authored within this book is that leaders not only need to be involved, this has been stated in a number of the other chapters, the importance of leadership involvement. However, this is not possible without a governance framework, without a plan in place, something that's sustainable, something that's manageable, measurable, and is there for the long term to ensure security now and in the future. Navigating the digital age is a priceless book for leaders. What all too often happens is that communications to the leaders around cybersecurity and risk is communicated in a way that is not business focused. It's communicated all too often in a technical manner, which business leaders find hard to relate to their actual business operations. The real value with cybersecurity comes with ensuring that it is part and parcel of everyday business life. Palo Alto Networks has done a fantastic job of putting together esteemed authors in the cybersecurity place with years and years of experience and distilling this into bite-sized chapters, each of which has an important message.